Hello, everybody. This is JD. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our government and our court systems, about justice and where does justice lies. Okay, I want you to understand this. I'll say this very quickly. If you want to see the circus of what our justice system could turn into, go to traffic court. That is a good example of where there is not justice. It is a circus of our legal system. You go to traffic court, you get up there, you say something, the cop says something else, and the judge says guilty or not guilty. And most of the time before the beginning of the day, he'll say to you, I have heard all the stories before, so don't come up here with these stories. And if there's something original, I might consider it. Plus, if you listen to half the stuff that people say, you understand why the judge. But any judge who considers himself, who does his whole life as traffic court as a judge, that's no more of a judge than a person who pumps gas calling himself a mechanic. There is no real judge there. There is a person who does a job, sits at a bench, says this is my courtroom. And a good example of a TV judge is a, traffic court judge. Okay? Enough said there. Without gas your car don't run. So does that make that guy who pumps gas a mechanic? Does he really fix you? No, he doesn't. He doesn't even half the time know if your car's running good or not. Just like same thing with the judge, the courtroom. The record. We got Judge Hitchens down here. He has the most court case histories. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records. Well, all he ever did was handle traffic court. Is that a judge? No. But there are a lot of real good judges out there. And those judges who are real judges know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, now, what this is about, it's not about that. It's about justice. Where does justice lie? Well, our court system is broken down to basically four bodies that make up the court system. Three of them professionals and one is amateur. Prosecuting attorney, defense attorney, the judge, and the jury. That is our court system. And in that whole pile of people, there is justice. But where does the responsibility of justice lie? Does it lie with the defense attorney? No, not at all. Not in the slightest. Plain and simple, a lot of these people get a side gate. They don't want them because they don't like defending guilty people. They don't want to know if they're guilty. Why? Because their job is to manipulate our judicial system in the best benefit of their client. In other words, if they can get the client off if he's guilty, if he's innocent, to prove that he's innocent. Their job is to manipulate our judicial system into the benefit of the behalf of their client. That's the job of a defense lawyer. Prosecutor, it's just the reverse. His job is to prosecute this person he has narrowed in on. Whether or not that person is guilty, he don't care. It's you see it time and time when they block evidence to prove the person is innocent. There should never be any blocking of any evidence whatsoever to prove a person innocent. Plain and simple. Okay? He just cares about manipulating the judicial system in the prosecution of the individual. He's not looking for the truth. He doesn't care. He just wants to throw this guy in jail or whatever. Then you have the judge. What's his job? For justice? No, not even close. His job is to see to it that during the manipulations that both the prosecutor and the defense lawyer is doing, that they follow the guidelines of our judicial system, stay within the legal bounds of our system. He is to judge the trial. That's it. Now, I said nothing about justice yet. There's no justice there. And there isn't. And they are the three professionals. Then where does justice truly lie? It lies in the jury, the amateurs, the individuals. They are to listen to the information gathered by the prosecutor and the defense that are allowed within the bounds of the law. That's the judge's job to see to it. And upon that, decide whether or not the person is innocent or guilty of the offense brought before them. And that's where justice lies, on the individual. That is the most important part of our judicial system. And without the jury, there is no justice. And if you don't believe me, if you say that's not true, go to any traffic court across this country. No jury, and you will see a circus of a legal system. But you throw a jury in there, and it would change a lot. So, where does justice really lie? On the individual citizen, the amateur. Just like in our Constitution, where does the responsibility of our government lie? On the individual, the amateur. Not the professional congressman, not the professional senator, not the professional politician. It lies on you. You have the responsibility to see to it that our government follows the proper path via the Constitution. You say, well, I can't do nothing. No, you are the most important part of our Constitution. Just like our legal system, you are the most important part of our legal system. Take away the jury, there is no justice. Take away you, and you have Congress. Look at what they do. Look at the problems we're having now. Look at what they're trying to do. They're not trying to run the country. They're running their special interest groups. They're running their special things that they want out of life, but they don't. There is states where I hear senators block the development of a company because they are on a clean air kick. So they make it so that refineries can't be built in their states. People lose jobs. People are unemployed. Things like that. Look at Nancy Pelosi's greatest claim to fame. I have done so much to clean the air in this country. Great. China breathes the clean air. We breathe the polluted air out of China. Because that's the air we get. So all she is doing is cleaning up the air China is messing up. At the same time, she is costing each and every one of you jobs and money in taxes. Everything that our Congress has accomplished in the last 10 years is nullified in 2 weeks in Brazil by the forests that they cut down. Everything. We should do things within reason. But no, our Congress can't do that. They're incapable. They are professional politicians. Special interest groups, money, money, money. What that governor in Illinois done is no different than what every congressman and senator does. So, but we're talking about justice. And I want you to understand, justice lies on the amateur, the individual, the jury. Just like our government depends on the individual. The Constitution puts it to us. The same thing with justice. It is put to us. When we no longer do our job, we have the problems we have today. Our court systems need you to be honest, fair, and juries, and just. Our country needs you to be the individual that keeps Congress and the Senate where they should be. And today, our country needs you more than ever via the Constitution. Thank you. This is J.D.